Hi people, hope you're doing well. Got a little bit of a cold. Well, I don't know if I've got a cold. It's just that I went outside for the first time in about 2 weeks, and it's really icy, and like it's been snowing here, but it's now like icy. So even though my house doesn't really feel like it's that warm, it's enough of a temperature shift to make me feel like I'm all bunged up now. Or maybe it's just that being around people and stuff is like germy, isn't it? Sorry to say that, it is. So that's always a risk coming out of my little isolation bubble. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about I don't know what the frick is going on, like, at all. Yeah, I don't know what the frick is going on, and I don't know why society is like this, but I just don't belong in this society. Like, I don't think anyone knows what it's like to really know an empowered person. Like, I really don't know. I don't think people really understand. And it's not really got anything to do with like how much money you've got, or what kind of job title you've got, or what qualifications you've got, or anything like that. It's about like your self-respect and what you will allow and what you won't allow. And the only way you will know what you will allow and what you won't allow is by going through experiences. And like, there's lots of people that seem to think that they want to be helpful towards me and want to help me, who have got no idea what it's like to go through the experiences that I've gone through. And they won't take no for an answer. Because it's like with me, it's like you actually practically help or you get out of the way. And I don't know what it is, but there's lots of delinquents that are just Klingons and they won't get out of the way. Just move. Just move. Just get out of the way. If you can't actually practically support me or provide solutions that actually show that you've been listening to what my needs are, because everyone's needs are unique, and there's just people that want to apply these blanket, they just want to go through their little checklist, and it doesn't apply to me. It doesn't apply to me, because I'm like capable, I'm disciplined, I'm self-sufficient. Normally I'm self-sufficient, but it's just hard to be like, it's hard to be your best self with all of this bullshit like being piled on top of you. And it's like, we want to help you, but and we've got this, you can go down this route, and it's just going through their little checklist. I'm just like, because at the end of the day, the thing that's going to help me, so basically my problem is people treating me like crap for their own ego. So like, I come to them with like what I need help with, and they see it as an opportunity to mess me around. I don't know why that is, but I've experienced it time and time and time and time again. And I just think it's the kind of people that are in those roles. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, but it's men that do it. Because I've just, in the last 18 months, it's not been women that that I've been like in the roles where I've needed to go and get help generally. But if it has been a woman, it's been a woman where they're like the woman that doesn't know herself, like just sits in the background and just goes along with whatever the men are doing, even though what the men are doing is like chauvinistic and misogynistic and is obviously not, is to my detriment, it's not to my benefit. And then so I don't know what that is. It's not really for me to figure it out, to be honest. But all I know is that they can't help me by the way that they've treated me and by what they're offering, like by their responses. But they won't move out the way. And then they're trying to like, so the sort of trauma that I've been subjected to, they don't understand it either. They don't understand it. And like, I had to go to a meeting today, and the lady was trying to be helpful, and she was trying to offer me all the different solutions that she's got. And one of the solutions that she had was IAPT. And I don't know how many times I had to say to her, I've already been referred to IAPT via the GP, and I've had to complain about them because of like malpractice and what they've like, and tried to send me down the wrong treatment pathway. And it's taken me 3 months to get to a person that is reasonable and sensible and like is actually going to put me on the right pathway. So I don't really want to go to them again, because obviously I don't really have a very good opinion of them, and I don't really want to deal with them. Like, that's just like more trauma. And this is someone that thinks that they've got like the right solutions for like post-traumatic stuff, and I'm just thinking like, what the hell? Like, they just don't listen. They don't listen. And it's almost like they want you to like, they want to be needed, so they want to put you in their mind, think of you as like this vulnerable person, and so then they can like put you in the boxes that they know. And it's weird. It's just weird. It's just, and it's like it happens over and over and over and over again. And it's like they push you into a corner where you have to say, like, literally aggressively, no, you are not listening to me. That's not right for me. And it's like, I don't know why, what they're, it's just ridiculous. But there's a lot of people that I've come into contact with that sorry, I'm gonna have to blow my nose. There's a lot of people that I come into contact with sorry, I'm just holding my phone, it's not on a tripod or anything. That don't like the it's like every single one of them doesn't see me as an individual person. They're trying to like, they all project, all of them, and they're not aware of it. And I actually had to say to the lady today, a lot of the people who are doing all this nonsense, I don't think they're aware that they do it. I don't think they're aware that they're like vultures and like leeches and like clingy and like and they like drama, because no one's really interested in actually helping me with the things that will actually help me. Everyone's interested in all the other stuff that's being put on me. No one's actually interested in getting to know me and what I'm about and what I'm like, what I've been building. No one's interested in that. And it's because they're not actually capable of helping me. Like, no one's got the skills to like support me with my website or anything like that, or do marketing for me, or and none of them have got that, and they don't have resources or anything to do that. None of them have got anything. None of them got any skills in terms of like writing business plans or any, and they've not got like really good access to people who can do that or anything like that. And even the people that they have suggested in the past, they've also been inadequate, and they basically just caused problems in my life, and try and do that bullshit thing where they file reports that to get in there first, to put me in a defensive position so no one sees me for me. And then people are dealing with that, and people and it's like, doesn't matter how many times I say, I just think it's better that I don't go down an avenue to ask for help, because the things that people think should work, for some reason I'm being treated like crap, and it causes a lot of problems in my life and a lot of things for me to actually like firefight and clear up. And they don't want to admit that they're just making mess on someone else's door, because obviously that's a hard thing to face. They don't want to face that they are the problem, and so they want to keep pushing and pushing and pushing and making you into this vulnerable person, when at the end of the day the whole thing always starts because when you're just like a easygoing person that looks like a pushover and a doormat, but they make the mistake of treating you like that, they don't then expect you to say, I don't want nothing to do with you, because at the end of the day they shouldn't have just shown up like that. You have a choice of how you show up. And if they've shown up like a dickhead, thinking, oh, this is a person that I can control, or this is a person that I can take advantage of, this is a person that's doesn't have any intellect or comes across as like really meek, and someone that I can just have a game and make my bullshit job just that little bit more interesting today. Like, that's basically what they do. And it's like, I don't even know if they consciously do it or they unconsciously do it, but it doesn't even fucking matter. It's the fact that they go there in the first place and don't expect any backlash. And then when they get backlash, it's just like, it's like, oh, this person's crazy. Like, and it's just like, no, I'm not crazy. You were a dickhead and you got told about yourself, and then you don't want to hear that you're a shitbag, basically. And then, but it's the truth. It's the truth. It's the truth. And they can't face it. They can't face it. And these are people that are supposedly in jobs that help people, but I've just come to realise that they pick them jobs because they think all the people are vulnerable, and they are just abusers. They are abusers, and they go into them jobs knowing that they can do abuse day in, day out without, and making it look like it's just normal everyday work. And it's just disgusting. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. It's really disgusting. I've got an itchy ear on my left side. It's really disgusting. I just basically need to come into a lot of money and then go to court. Go to court. That's what I need to do. Because nothing else, like, these people won't stop. These people that are targeting me and stuff, they don't know how to stop. They don't have they don't have a line, they don't have boundaries. They don't know what boundaries are. They've got none. And that's basically just that's a psychopath. Psychopaths don't have boundaries. They don't know that. They don't know. They think that everything is just their entitlement without consequences, and then so when you hold up boundaries and stuff, it's all like causes an explosion, causes a massive explosion. Because for them, it's like, you have boundaries. You're gonna get what's coming to you, and it's just really weird. Like, but these people are people you just expected to take at face value and trust them with like things that are really important to you. And life doesn't work like that. Life does not work like that. If you're inadequate and you've shown yourself to be inadequate, you don't get another chance, mate. You don't get another chance. It's just ridiculous that people think that they can keep you in a state where you have to tolerate their bullshit, and that you can have them, that they could just cling on to you and keep you around, and then use their position or whatever as a means of like, well, you should respect me, like the stupid doctors in the GP practice. It's like, so what if you're a doctor but you've not got any people skills, you can't actually read the room, you can't actually read people, you've got no empathy, what kind of doctor are you then? Doesn't matter what it says next to your name. You haven't got this proper skills. You haven't got proper skills. You're quite, in actual fact, you're quite stupid. So why should they automatically have respect because they've gone to university and stuff for all them years and been in the job for all them years, if they willfully act stupid on the job? They shouldn't, because that's their choice to not change, not learn, not grow, and want you to lower yourself to where they are. No thanks. Not really, no. That's not really going to happen. And then you just get accused of being a problem because you just get accused of being a problem because they don't know why you're not why you're not tolerating their bullshit. Why you're not tolerating their bullshit and just going along with taking you down the garden path. And why they don't understand. No, that's not the right thing for me. No, that's not the right thing for me. Like, no. And I just think, like, they can probably get away with it with people that just haven't actually figured out what's right for them, what they want in life, and like got a direction. There's just lots of people that wander aimlessly and want to take you down roads that it's not in your life plan. It's not meant for you. It's just bullshit, really. Like, it's just really bullshit. And like, I never tell people to mistreat me, but it's almost like it happens and God's given me the discernment. So it happens pretty quickly these days. Like, it used to take me a lot longer and stuff to cotton on back in the day. But these days, the bullshit happens pretty quickly so that I can move on quicker. But it's really weird, like, in the last 2 to 3 years, like, people have always been clingy with me. Like, they just don't leave my life. They get a lot of chances to do right by me, but then they just don't leave my life. Like, they just don't leave. Even after it's been years and years, it's like I'm just a part of the furniture of their disrespect. And then when I go, well, actually, like, I think you've had a good run here, you know, like, it's been quite a few years and you're still a knobhead. And this is talking about, like, friends and stuff like that more than anything else, or like service providers, like, you know, broadband or whatever. But yeah, there's even been instances where with broadbands and stuff, like I've left the contract, but they won't actually let me leave the contract. Like they add extra charges on, affect my credit rating and stuff. It's really weird trying to get extra money out of me, and like they've not got any rights or there's no legitimacy or anything to it. It's just that they want to keep hounding me for years after, and I don't owe them anything. But it's like they're pushing me and pushing me and pushing me and pushing me and pushing me to take legal action against them because they don't know when to fuck off. They don't know when to stop. They don't know that what they're doing is actually illegal, and they've got no right to do that. They just think that they're above you and they can get away with it, and that they could just bully you into doing something or putting something on you that's not even nothing to do with you. And really what they're doing is fraud. It's fraud and extortion, and they just think they can get away with it because they've got like a well-known company that it's like a national corporation and stuff like that. No. No. If you're committing fraud, you're committing fraud. And if you're doing it to me, how many other people are you doing it to? On a mass scale, if they're making money like that, just getting away with £80 from here, one person, you know, however many people, the bully. On a mass scale, if they do that to everyone that leaves the service, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. And people are just trying to get me to see things in their way, which is, oh, someone's chasing you for, and this is, you could get help with like managing, paying them back in installments. I'm just like, I don't owe them jack, man. It's them. They are the problem. They're the Klingons that won't let me, that had a problem with me leaving, just ending a contract, which you're allowed to do, and trying to cause problems in your life because of it. You can leave, you can change providers. Like it's not a thing. Do you know what I mean? Like it's not an issue to change providers. If you've had years and years and years, or if you've been a friend or whatever, and you've had years and years and years to be decent and be good, and you haven't, then expect people to fuck off. Like it's not that hard. It's not that hard. And then even now, like they're not changed. So like you like with me, I give people a lot of chances. And I don't really go into things for a short term. I do a lot of research and stuff about providers and things like that before I enter into something. But these days, it gets harder and harder to spot who's actually legit, because there's lots of organisations that work the system and make things look legal that aren't legal. It's actually corruption. And basically, because of the type of person that I am, if I engage in anything like that, I get a backlash from God. So I have to just be very careful and stuff what I engage in. And they don't understand that once I've sussed anything like that out, if I stay in it, it causes problems for me. But they just don't do their side of the thing. And it's like, well, like this, I can't do everything. Like in a team sport, yeah. Like in a relay, for example. Say it's a 400-meter relay, yeah, around the track, and I'm the fourth runner. And the three people before, they got the baton passed, but the third person didn't pass the baton to me. Then I can't do my bit. Do you know what I mean? So I'm just left doing everything, and no one will do their side of something for me to be able to go to like get out of the mess. Do you know, that's the sort of, I don't know if that's a really good analogy, if that makes any sense. Maybe it makes sense if like I don't know what to say. I don't know if that makes any sense. But basically, like, I can't get a business loan if the person on the other end is just ignoring me. Like, if I do all the bits that I need to do and get all my paperwork ready, but that person on the other end is just feeling shit about their life and making me chase them to boost their ego, and has got no intention of actually, like, supporting me get the thing that I need to then run and go and implement what I've planned, just to keep me in the planning phase. So that's the sort of bullshit that I've been dealing with over and over. And there's so many people like that in society. And I don't know what it is, but it's like it's a generation of people that haven't built anything for themselves, have got no idea what they're doing, or like what impact they're having, or the actual losses they're causing in people's lives, the trauma, the stagnation. It's just, it's criminal. It's completely criminal. It wastes people's lives, wastes people's years. It stagnates the economy as well. It stops people from being themselves. So for me, I grow teams. I innovate and I grow. That's me. That's what I've done everywhere that I've gone. And it's like, there's people that know that if they help me, I'll be able to actually do what I've been planning. And they've got a problem with it. And I didn't realise that there was actually people that were like that. But I've come across several of them. Several. It's not just like it's not an odd egg. It's several people that behave in the same way. And the only thing I can liken it to is like in school, when people bully you when they like you. That's the only thing I can liken it to. When people pick on you, torment you and stuff like that. And it's so juvenile. But they're adults, though. These are grown-up people that treat you like crap and don't have any care in the world. Any care in the world, what damage they're causing. Because these people cause damage. Damage, like... And it's like, why are they in those jobs? Why are they in those jobs? And what are their actual outcomes? Because when I was in the NHS, and I like, pretty much everything I did was a new project. It was either like the first of its kind in the country or relatively new. Like, there would only have been like one other area in the country, and we'd go and visit that one place, get some feedback from them and stuff, and then use some of their learnings, but build it in a way that suited our environment. But for everything that you test, or everything that we did, we had to actually like outline what we wanted to get out of it and what our outcomes and stuff was going to be. And it's like, those people don't actually think about, because outcomes for you. So what we had to do is like outcomes for the service as it was, like just themselves, for staff, for patients, and then outcomes for like the wider system. And nobody thinks on that kind of scale, where it's like, well, if you do this here, then it has this knock-on effect here, and then this knock-on effect here, and this knock-on effect here, and this knock-on effect here. Nobody thinks like that. Nobody's like that connected. And it's just, like, to me, it's really obvious. And like, I just don't know why there's people that don't have those skills or those like critical thinking skills or whatever. I don't know what it is, to be honest. It's just, to me, it's common sense, but I don't know what you would call it in like a curriculum, like, you know, to give if people don't automatically have common sense, because it just doesn't exist anymore. Common sense is low life impulsive behavior. That's what common sense is now, because of the internet and like people having short attention spans and stuff like that. That's common sense now. It's not actual common sense. It's just what common sense is because of what's common. But like there's no sense in what common sense is now. It's just impulsivity and like delinquency. It's just training people to be thick. But like it's really annoying that you're expected to engage in it. Like it's and then you get treated like you're a problem because you refuse to engage in the bullshit. And it's like, well, no, because what I'm doing for myself is a lot better than what the road that you're trying to take me down. And just go and help someone else that it would suit them. Like, go and help someone else that's willing to walk down that path and be led astray. Don't bother me. And they push you to that point. They push you to that point. Like, you don't want to have to say that to them, but they push you to say it. Like, they push you and push you and push you until you have to say, look, you're not actually listening. Because, like, in what world, like, the thing that was an offer today is, like, being referred to IAPT again. And I was just like, well, I've just had, like, a hard time of 3 months with them. And I think I'm going to get put on the right thing now via a different service. So I don't really want to be on 2 things and I have to follow 2 different treatment pathways. That's just a lot. That's like extra things for me to manage. And she was actually talking about not having, like, focusing on things and not having too many different things, but offering me that. And I was just thinking, like, I don't know. And like, I don't know what it is with these people. Oh, there's a robin. I haven't seen a robin this winter until today. It's on the cherry tree. No, it's not. It might be on the apple tree. That's made me really happy. That's made me really, really happy. Yeah, like, just a little detail about birds, but like where I live, it's in the suburbs, but there is a lot of trees and do hear a lot of bird song. But because of the drones and stuff, the bird song is not the same. Like, you used to be able to hear the bird song pretty much all the way through the day, like all different types of birds. And they just don't know where, like, they've just gone. And it's a travesty because obviously, like, why are you destroying ecosystems for surveillance? Why are you destroying ecosystems for surveillance? Those birds will have been there. Like, they have territory, man. They have territory. The birds have territory. The hedgehogs have territory. The foxes have territory. The toads have territory. They all can feel. They're all sensitive creatures, and they can feel all those if I can feel the vibrations in my house, which is a material structure, they don't have that. They don't have that. I mean, the birds have nests and stuff, but those drones cause, like, your house to vibrate. And basically, it's really sad that, like, the bird songs, like, pretty much, it's dwindled a lot. And for me to not see any robins this winter until now is very sad. Very, very sad. That's not normal. That's not normal. But yeah, that's an aside. It's like, it's really sad, and it's an aside, but I just don't know what the benefit of this crap surveillance that costs millions of pounds when they could be invested in actually improving the services that you have when you've got no money and you have to like rely on free services. Why don't you invest in actually propping up those services so they're actually useful for people and they actually elevate people out of a situation that they're in, not drag them down to a level that's not even recognisable to them, and which would cost like a fraction of the money that's being spent on these drones and like thingy. And like also something that I want to put on, like, I'm going to make a different video about it as well, but I'm just going to say it because it's coming in my head now. I've got like an outside plug socket on my house, and it's been tampered with. Like someone has actually like vandalised it and took the lid off it, so it was like pulled off the wall, and so my electrics was left exposed. Like, what the fuck is wrong with people? Just leave my house, leave me alone. Just fuck off. Fuck off. So I don't know what they've been doing. Like, I don't even think those plugs work. Like, so I don't know what they've been doing, but I've not really left my house for about 2 weeks. Like over Christmas and stuff, I didn't leave the house. So I don't know how long that's been off the wall. But it was like all covered in snow and stuff, and like I didn't know what it was at first because it was all covered in snow. But just like, what the fuck is wrong with people? What the actual fuck is wrong with people? What? Fuck off. Just fuck off. Get a life. Get a life. It's just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. Like, just fuck off. Yeah, I don't know like what I want to say now. Maybe that's the end of the message. Just fuck off. All of these Klingons, all the pests, just fuck off. Find another obsession. Find another obsession. Just I don't know what you want. Like, all artists want to do is create. That's it. All I want to do is create. So go and find another one, someone else to pester. Let's go and find someone else. It's like, it's just fucking weird. It's weird, like really weird. I just don't like. I don't know what it is. Like, fuck off. There's no point moving house or anything, because like when you're being cyber stalked, they can just hack anywhere. Like, it's not. I don't know where these people are or anything like that. But they've literally hacked everything. Like on Google and stuff. There's certain like websites and stuff where I try and log in with my passwords, and it doesn't recognise the password. But if I go in another browser, it works. So it's like the developers in Google have done something to my Google so I can't do normal functions. That, I mean, what an amazing use of time. What an amazing use of time. And like, it's just evidence. Do you know what I mean? It's just evidence. I don't know what they want. Like, it's really easy to see what it is, because you can just go on another browser and things will work. Like, and they don't have control of the other apps. They only have control of their app. So it's very easy to show as evidence. that they've done some fuckery. So I don't know what they think they're doing. Like, it's just not smart. Like, it's not smart at all. Like, it's these people who, I don't know what they've done, what you have to do to do developing and stuff. I'm assuming you get a degree. They've gone to uni to do that kind of shit. Like, but it's like, yeah, it's just like weird, like things that you should be able to do. Like for example, you have to give your address and stuff. Like, you know, like when you register on things, you have to share information. But there's obviously people in those, behind those apps, that are using your personal information to target you, like at home. And basically everyone's at risk of that. Everyone's at risk of that. Everyone. That's how it's happening. That, like, and I can't do anything about that. The only thing that will stop it is legal action to stop them. Like, it's basically doing ordinary things, and then they expect you to not know. Like, they just expect you to not know and not see that that's what it is. But it's really obvious. It's just really obvious that if you can log in one browser and Google's all the fuckery and messed up and full of bugs, that it's Google. Yeah, it's really weird. Really weird. But I'm dying to know what the interest is, like what the actual interest is. Because I'm like, if they're doing this to me now, if everyone's doing this to me now, and I'm not really anyone, like I've not really got a name for myself or anything, what's it going to be like? Like, I don't do my art. I've done my art for free for years. Like, I've done my art for, like, it's just something that comes out of me. I've done it since I was a teenager. Like, and like sharing it has put me in danger. And like, if I had the money for a security team and stuff like that, then that's what I need. That's what I need. But it's weird having the sort of to be stalked like this and stuff without, there's no benefit to it. Do you know what I mean? I don't get anything out of it. Like, I'm not even being seen for my art or anything like that. My art's not being received by the people who are supposed to receive it. So it's not even I'm suffering this and there's a greater good or anything for it. There just isn't. It's just shitheads that are really going to town to make my life hell. But I can't actually stop my art. Like, I can't stop it. Like, I just can't. It's not something that it's not in my control. Like, I can't stop that. I can do that. Like, I just can't. And like, once the door opened for me to share it with the world, then it's not really a door that I can close. That's not how I work. That's not how my life works. The door only closes when God closes it, and the door, it's a final close, and then that's a chapter of my life that gets closed. Do you know, like, I don't know if that makes any sense. It's not really something that I can close, but except with poetry, I don't think that's a door that will close, because it's something I've carried with me since I've known. yeah, I've always been like a poetic person. It's not something that's separate from me. It's not something, it's not a phase or anything like that. It's a way of me transmuting energy. So I don't really know what these people are trying to do, because it's not really something it's not in my control. It's not like a tap that turns on and off or anything like that. That's not how it works. But yeah. Speaking of poetry, like the lady that I saw today, she was just a bit odd. Like, I shared like my poetry with her, and she was like, "Oh, that's quite emotional." And I'm thinking, yeah, it is quite emotional. And she's like, "Oh, I'm not really used to that. I'm used to just dealing with facts." Therein lies the fucking problem, folks. Therein lies the fucking problem. In case people did not know, right? In case people did not know, we are humans, yeah? Humans. And one guess what makes us human. One guess, like, I'm gonna wait. Feeling, like emotions, empathy, yeah. Not cognitive empathy, actual empathy. Actual. I'm just used to dealing with facts. Sorry, like, that's the problem. And that's a woman, yeah, in masculine energy all the time. Distorted masculine energy. Because that's what society makes women these days. And it's imbalanced. But it's acceptable in society. That's somebody that's been moulded according to societal norms. That women are expected to be in distorted masculine energy. So there's lots of women in distorted masculine energy. There's lots of men in distorted masculine energy. There's more women in distorted masculine energy. There's more than women in distorted feminine energy, which is really weird. And there's a lot more men now that are in distorted feminine energy than distorted masculine energy. So make of that what you will. But yeah, it was interesting that she didn't say something about me. Like, oh, you've got a talent, you've got a real talent there, or you know, that's so well written, you know, something like that, to compliment me, which is what a healthy person would do. She got triggered, and she was like, "Oh, that's really emotional. I don't normally deal with things like that. Like, I normally deal with facts." And that's just so bizarre. Like, to me anyway, like, why would you want to be like that as a woman? And this is somebody that thinks they can help me. And that she's so unhealed. She's not healed. She's like so many years back from compared to me on like how far I've healed from that, from because I'm not, like, I was in a position where I was more easily molded into societal norms, because I had to be, so in my NHS job I was always an enigma and always strange. But when you're an NHS manager, you do have to be masculine. Like, you just do. When you're managing, you just have to be masculine. Like, but not necessarily distorted masculine. But I don't think I was distorted masculine. Only in this, it was only in the sense of like, I was just more easily allowed bullshit. That's basically like, I'm not saying that's distorted masculine, but I just more easily allowed bullshit rather than being more like, no, that's not for me, bye. Do you know what I mean? I don't know if that makes any sense. But yeah, like there's so many people in society like that. So it's just a disease. It's a disease, bro. And it's so diabolical that entertaining that kind of bullshit is just like, you just expected to entertain it. I don't know, like, I feel like that's where I'm going to end the message, because it's been like quite a long message now. And yeah, I'm so happy that I saw that Robin. Really happy. Anyway, thanks for liking and subscribing. I've had a few subscribers, so like, welcome to the joy that is my channel. And sorry, like, my Kenyans are quite sarcastic. And yeah, thanks for being here. Thanks for being part of this little vibe, and see you in the next video. Love yous. Bye.